G'day everyone, Jai here from Metal on Tap, and I have a very special guest with me today. We've got Matty from Dirty Pagans. How are you today, my friend?
Hey brother, how are you? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, mate, I'm always doing well. You know, the we're getting colder down here in Australia, but the sun's out, so I can't complain too much. How are you down your way?
It's good. It's getting colder our way as well, but I like the cold, so it's all pretty good on
Yeah,
my end.
yeah, same, same. You've got the fair complexion like I do, so the sun's not necessarily our friend. So I get it, I get it. But in more important news, big news too. Next week, actually, brand new album is coming out. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, we're excited. Really excited. We've been sitting on it for about a year, so we're excited for everyone to hear it, and we're excited to drop it. And we'll be playing it live next week, Saturday at Jive.
Mate, that's legendary as well, and the music videos too. I gotta say, Forever High, brilliant. What a throwback on that one.
Pretty much like when we went to Max Morby, who directed it and created it for us. We were just like, we sent him the most cliche 70s and 80s stuff, and we were like, make it happen, brother. And he was like, can do. So Max making it happen, man.
What's it like watching that back when you've kind of gone, you've got that vision in mind, and then you kind of see it all put together, and you get to share it with people out there? Is it kind of a bit of a trip for you?
Oh, dude, it's so weird because like whole day. So we started at like 6 in the morning, probably finished around 1 p.m. And that's actually pretty short for a video shoot. And the whole day we were just doing it in front of a green screen. So we were just playing to music in front of a green screen, and it gets weird after a while. You're just like, oh my God, man. Like we don't even know what the hell we're doing anymore. And then Max just produced it all, and then it was perfect. So we were very happy with it.
Nah, beautiful. And the fans seem to like. I've seen the YouTube comments, everything as well. Everyone is loving on it, so that's what you want at the end of the day. Positive outcome. But tell me a bit
Yeah, no,
about, yeah, tell me a bit about the album as well, because you know it's, you said you've been sitting on it for a year. Is that hard not to kind of, like, how many people honestly have you sent the Dropbox file to at the end of the day, man? Like, oh, check it out, tell me what you think.
I'm actually pretty bad with that kind of stuff. So I was like, none of my mates had heard it, and I'm not one to be like, you got to listen to my music. So I'm like, when I give it like in their own time, if they find my music and they ask me about it, sure, I'll shoot it, I'll talk to them about it. But I'm not like, please listen to it or anything like that because I just find that weird. But I'm also I'm just not confident in that kind of thing. But no, it's we sat on it for a year because Jared, our old drummer, had left last
Hmm.
year, and we were like, well, we can't drop it and then not play it. So we've got Gareth now. He's slided in perfectly. Awesome to have him on board. So we're ready to roll with Forever High now.
And it's crazy. You're nearly at 10 years with this band now. Like, how's that journey kind of been? Like, from the early days to now, writing, performing live. How have you guys grown? Because, geez, I was not the same person I was 9 years ago.
No, it's so weird to like think James and I were talking about it like before. We were just playing riffs in a room together. Just started that way. That was
Yeah.
it. We both just left like our bands. We both I took some time off music. He did too. Found each other through that, and it really just started off us playing riffs in a room. Greg, Jared joining, touring. I moved into state for work, so I was flying back to make shows. Did that for about 4 years. So it is 10 years, but it just doesn't feel on 100% on fire for 10 years, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Because at the end of that 4 years, COVID happened. So
Right.
like there was probably 5 years where we were playing maybe 2 to 3 shows a year, and it just wasn't on all cylinders. And now we're all in the same state, and it's cracking. So it's good.
It's one of those things. Once the ball gets rolling, even if it takes 5 years, and yeah, I forget. I sometimes forget that thing that happened in 2020 and 2021 kind of disrupted everything, especially musically. Man, you couldn't really do anything unless you're jamming over Zoom at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's it. And that in itself was
Yeah.
difficult. It's so weird to do, and you got to take turns, and you got to be stopping and starting, and it's very difficult. I can't even remember those times. It feels like so long ago, but
I did it myself, and I like, because I'm a vocalist, and I kind of feel like, yeah, everyone's stopping and starting, got to listen. I was like, see, this is what it's like to be the singer at band practice, because all you fuckers keep fiddling
yeah,
around, and I'm trying to get the attention. It's like, stop! Like, I can't, I can
absolutely.
only shout. So, yeah,
I love that button where you can put your hand up, and I was like, all right, that's enough of that. Hand
yeah.
up.
It's brilliant. I missed it in a way, but no, not really. But tell me a bit about it leading up to these shows. Is there any nerves getting out there? Because are you going to play the whole album in full on this release, or are you going to just play certain tracks?
Yeah, we're playing most of the album.
Yep.
I reckon maybe there might be one that we won't play, but we're going to do a melody version of it anyway.
Cool.
So pretty much everything off the album will be played. Nerves, not too much. I think all of us have been around too long to play live. Like you're more excited. You got
Yeah.
that kind of nerve. It's more like get me on there, but not the whole like I'm gonna vomit, can't go out there kind of nervous. Like I never really had that anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah, once I'm on there, it's just like you can't even remember when you're on stage because it's such a blur. You're like, oh, and then you're off it, and then you're like, oh, fuck, that went quick. So we're looking forward to it, but good nerves, excited nerves.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Was that the same when you guys played opening for Glenn Hughes? Like, did you have that same excitement, or was that a little bit different?
It's excitement, but it's like I'm like I just try and stay out of bigger touring acts ways. Like I'll say, "Hey, how are you?" and then I'll move on. And then if they want to say hi to me again, awesome. But like they're busy, and trust me, he's been around since like the '60s. I'm not blowing his mind. You know what I mean? He's seen it before, so I don't put myself in like, "Oh man, he must love me." Like I just go, "Hey man, thanks for having us on. Much respect, love the work. Need anything, give me a call." That's really it. That's the best way I can do it. But yeah, no, it's obviously you want to play well
Yeah.
and you have that excitement. You're like, oh god, like he's just in the backstage bit and he can hear every note I'm doing. You kind of like really, really zoning in on everything you want to play. So yes, there's that nerves, but it's honestly, I don't want to try and push it down. But it's another gig. You just got to
Yeah.
kind of think in that way.
I think that's the best way to go about it too, because even if they are there, you know, it's not a bad thing to want to play your A game because they're there. But at the same time, it is another gig at the end of the day. Everyone, you just move forward, and now it's a memory, cool memory as it may be, but it's a memory
Absolutely.
at the end of the day. Tell me how you got into this style of music, because you know it's not the most common style in the world. Very popular for the people who love it. Like people who love it, love it. But how'd you
Yeah.
fall into it? Was this something you always got into, or was as a musician growing, you kind of went that way?
No, like we as like Dirty Pagans, we are all come from complete different genres.
Yeah.
All kind of like still rock and metal.
Yeah.
But like I grew up and I was in a hair metal band. And if you can't tell my long blonde hair, I was like in a hair metal band when I was in there. James was in like a pop group. And they were like really, really doing well in their early 20s. Greg was in a thrash group called Alkira, and they were doing awesomely. And Gareth has been around himself, and Jared, who when he was with us, he was also in like several bands at the same time, like death metal and stuff like that. So we all kind of have, yes, we all have like a love rock metal kind of foundation, but we're all in different genres. But the things that brought us together were like Sabbath, Judas Priest, Alice in Chains, things like that. Like we all love those bands. So very far away, but also very close.
Yeah, it's one of those things too. And sometimes you do need to be far away because it's that common love of something different. And that's what brings us like, oh, why not make a band like that? You know, I'm doing this thing over here, they're doing this thing over here. So that makes a lot of sense on why that kind of came up that way. No, it's a magical
Oh,
thing.
absolutely. And like Greg is like secret weapon. Like he is the musician of the band. So like I can come up with a riff that will be, meat and potatoes kind of stuff, and then he'll finesse it out, and then that's how we do it. There's no real ego on our music either. We're just like, here's the idea. Anyone like it? Do we want to keep going? Yep, love it. Move this. And we just kind of jam it. But James says we're a jam band. I don't think we're a jam band. But
I was about to ask you too, actually, how's the writing process for you guys? Because so many different people have different answers. Sometimes it's all one person. Sometimes we just get in a room and jam it out. Sometimes people bring the files in. Like, how do you guys go about it? Because you do have that classic sound. Do you take that classic approach, or is it more of a bit modernized?
I think James and I prefer probably to write alone and then bring our ideas to the table and then have everyone kind of finesse their way, like their say into it as well. I'm more than happy for people to bring their whatever happens in like the band. If someone shoots an idea, I'm like, sweet, let's run with it. If it's good, it's good. You can't deny it. So sweet as. But we have tried the whole get together and do the writing circle kind of thing, but I always feel like there's like a anticipation and like you got to be on fire, and that kind of doesn't work for me as a writer. So it kind of has to come real natural for me.
I get that too. I get that when people go, "Oh yeah, we get in a room and jam it out." I'm like, "How? How?" Because there's so many different people have different ideas, and sometimes like I'm slow as anything. It's like when my wife talks to me, it's in one ear, and I sit there for like 10 seconds. And we all do the thing. We're like, "What?" Even though you heard everything someone just said, your reactions go, "Huh?" And then they start explaining. It's like, "No, I heard everything. It's just dumb brain. That's how brain works.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, I got ADHD, man. So it goes in, and then 3 days later, I'm like, oh yeah, you said that, and I'm like, you remembered it now? I'm like, geez, man, like it just takes me a while for it to go through the brain. So I
and,
100% get it, bro.
yeah, and that's all you think about for a while too. It's just like, didn't react at the time saying that thing. Oh my god! Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I get the pain, but I understand the pain as well. But like
Yeah.
going along with the band, touring these shows, like you said, you're kind of on fire now. The ball's getting rolling. Have you gotten rolling enough now that you've got any fun or interesting stories while out there?
Fun, interesting stories. Yeah, man. Like we all like to drink. Like on the Glenn Hughes tour, we were like, let's go to Cherry Bar. We run into Uncle Warwick Capper from the Sydney Swans back in the 80s. He's got the blonde mullet still going, man. He's like, yeah, mate, all you guys are dressed like me because you want to be just like me, Warwick fucking Capper. And I was just like, he's right. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Uncle Cap's here.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. That was a big night. We partied with Warwick Capper for most of the night. Good stuff, yeah. Back in like one of my, yeah, just that. It was fun.
Yeah. We'll end it there. We don't need to give away too much. We've got to leave some mystery at the end of the day and not get in trouble at the end of the day. Yeah. But mate, with the band now and things rolling, you got the album coming out. You're going to be playing the shows. Do you have a bucket list for the band, not for your life in general, but is there a little bucket list of things that like I'd like to tick these kind of things off before it's all said and done?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I think all of us really want to get overseas and tour. We'd love to get onto some stadium shows as well. We're a live band, so we know we need to get out there and we just need to play. And, seeing America and England doing that with your brothers playing music, that sounds perfect. So we all talked about that. We're talking about international next year. So hopefully some of those plans come to fruition pretty soon.
Oh, beautiful. Well, that's the idea, mate. You just got to keep that ball rolling. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope everyone else is looking forward to it. Just judging off the YouTube comments and everything, I think people are psyched for this album to come out. So I wish you the best of success with it. But we are called Metal on Tap, and I've got to ask you before you go, pick your poison, drink of choice.
Oh, drink of choice. I was like, okay.
It's all right. I understood the ADHD thing. I was like, he heard me. I'll just wait a second.
I thought you were about to throw out some bands for me.
No. I was like,
as in actual drinking, hell yeah. So I always start my day with beer. Like, not start my day, but I'll start my night out. Start my night out with something. I'm a bit of a everyone gives me shit. I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to beer. I like the watery beer. But drinking, like, as in liquor, man, probably like just vodka, man. Something like that. Something like that, just a mixer. I'm pretty bogan and straightforward, to be honest with you, man. There's nothing crazy.
Mate, you look at me, you hear my voice, you don't think I'm a bogan. They bloody come. Like, here we go.
Mate, you sound very nice and proper. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate it.
Mate, we're all Australian. We're all...
I wonder how anyone can understand. So I've got a bit of an international audience here too, and I get comments sometimes going, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, oh.
I'm sure you'll get questions after this interview with me, mate.
It's going to be great. I can't wait for the people to see it. And speaking of that, is there anything you want to say to the people out there before I let you go?
If you guys need any merch, any vinyls, long sleeve, Dirty Pagan stuff, this is all pre-ordered now. So if you hit our Bandcamp, Dirty Pagans Bandcamp, you can pre-order. We'll send it anywhere in the world, and it'll be all live, sent out the next day, started next week. So if you want to get your hands on it first, get on it this week.
Beautiful. And I will leave that down in the comments below so you don't have an excuse on why you can't find. But Matty, it's been a pleasure, mate. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much for having me, brother. I really appreciate it.
Cheers, mate.